like I'm watching some of these.
Seconds are going live.
Wait, what? We should have already gone live.
Just start. That should be the name of the show.
Well, like I'm watching these back, and like when I'm doing the editing later on, I'm watching these back, and I always like when I see myself on video, I look like I'm huge. Like, and it looks like my arms are way too long. So like I don't know, it's weird. I feel weird. It's strange.
Hi, everybody.
Do you feel something about yourself like when you watch yourself on video? Do you ever feel a certain way?
I feel fat with long arms. No, I've accepted my body flaws a long time ago. Like, I have a head that's like literally like there's only one size hat when you get fitted hats.
Yeah.
There's only one size bigger than the one I wear. So it's a thing.
I'm not accepting of my body type. I'm just saying, like on video, it seems weird. Like I look at myself
But
sitting
they
in
say
this chair, and I'm like,
they say video adds 10 pounds.
yeah, yeah.
So I'll just
So
go
I've
with that.
and we have what 4 cameras here,
Yeah,
so
that's 40
that's
pounds.
40 pounds.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, because I a long time ago I used to weigh 360 pounds, and I'm down to like a svelte 220. So
Ask me.
you know, I'm good with like where I am,
Yeah.
and I'm happy with it. Like in an ideal world, I could drop a few more probably, but you know, it's just weird, man. And the long
like
arm
you hit
thing, that's even weirder too. Because even when I'm walking, I see myself in a reflection in a window. I wonder sometimes like, is that like a curved window? Is that like a funhouse window where because I walk and it looks like my arms are like reaching my knees almost.
Well, it's because when you were fat, you had to put your arms out further, so they didn't look like they
So
went.
did they extend?
No, they were still the same length, but they were out to the side more to get around you.
Oh, so they look shorter.
They look shorter.
So now that I've lost,
your arms are coming down.
Now I'm like, oh my God, my hands are almost reaching the floor.
That is probably better medical advice than you will get from Dr. Oz.
Probably, you're probably right.
Just saying.
It just feels weird.
Yeah. Everybody, how we doing? So,
welcome to. We took a week off.
We did.
Because
Sky revamping.
Yeah. And hopefully you're live with us. You can maybe on your phone keep track of like if because since we are live streaming now, like last week we couldn't do that, but you could look and see if people are joining us, and if you want to comment, I'm going to rely on you for that.
I will do my best.
And we are joined again by our producer. We're going to just call him our producer. The Jackal.
The Jackal. The Jackal.
The Jackal.
We're going to do.
What does the Jackal make?
It's is it like? So would it be like a hyena almost? Maybe
his name wasn't that wasn't that a show? Wasn't he wasn't
the Jackal?
What's his name? No, on Blacklist. Wasn't he like the wasn't that his nickname? You know what I'm talking about. You know what show I'm talking about.
I know Blacklist with James Spader.
James Spader. Wasn't his name the Jackal?
I don't know. Maybe you're thinking of his character in 2 Days in the Valley. Maybe he was called the Jack because he was like an assassin or something like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Right. All right. So
that was a young James Spader and a young hot Charlize Theron. Who's still hot, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
But
we just watched her in Aaron and I just watched her in a low budget, like not low budget, but it was like a cheap. I think it was like an Amazon movie.
Yeah. Is it that Apex?
Yeah.
I saw it like advertised on like Netflix or something, but I haven't watched it.
No, it wasn't a bad. Movie, but like it was very predictable very early on.
Yeah,
it was kind of.
When I was looking at the preview, I was like, "This is going to be something that I know exactly what's going to happen every time." You know, they're not going to throw you any curveballs, and you're not going to have to like guess what's going to happen next or anything like that.
I am speaking of like movies, I am very optimistic for I saw the first trailer for the new new Resident Evil.
Yes, I just saw that. I just watched that this morning.
That looks pretty good.
That looks really good. I'm very excited about it too.
I mean,
It actually looks like it's going to be more like geared towards the video game.
yeah,
Like
it
much
looks
more.
yeah, and it's I mean, first thing that I
Like
did
I saw him
notice,
running with a health pack.
yeah,
Like
like there's like
he
no,
actually had a first aid kit with the cross on it, like you pick up in video games.
yeah.
He was like running with one of those in his arms.
I'm just happy Mila Jovovich will not be participating, or her
Why?
husband. She's so like
I love
what I
Nova.
yeah, but
Yo-
what I hate is when you base an entire so they took the video game and turned it into a movie.
Yes.
But you now have based the entire movie franchise around a character that never existed in the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
So how are you like that's where they went off the rails.
Yeah.
Like they kept putting people from the games in the movies, but she was the you're
But
not
she's
part of the franchise. That would be like that would be like all of a sudden you're playing like a you're all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're gonna release the next Jedi game, and the fucking main character is fucking Spock.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying because so the first movie, if it had stood alone as just being like an independent story with her as a character and everything like that,
Fine.
would have been great. But then what they did in the subsequent movies was start introducing characters from the video game.
Yep.
So it's like they're trying to cross two worlds together and
Yep.
integrate. Okay.
And then they just
I see your frustration.
But what they kept doing was every movie, like they were introducing new, like people from the games,
Yeah.
like very terribly, I might add. They
Yeah.
would introduce people from the games, but then they would inexplicably give her more magical powers. Like
Yeah,
it's
Mia.
yeah, like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of a sudden she became Scarlet fucking Witch.
Yeah.
Like here in the end, she's like blowing shit up with her mind.
Yeah, because she has like some kind of connection with him or something like that. Yeah, so it was completely like
They just kept going further off the rails.
way off from the video game storyline. Yeah, yeah.
Now, to be
I thought you were
fair,
going to say you hated it because you. I always have such a hard. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
I think it's
Jo-
I did
Jovovich.
Jovovich,
Yo-Yo-Vich.
Yo-Yo Ma.
Yo-Yo Ma.
There you go.
Is it the Yo-Yo Master?
Now,
Remember for the Smothers Brothers, the Yo-Yo Master?
Yes.
Or
Fucking thing with
yeah,
the, yeah,
crazy
yeah,
man.
it was crazy. I think he's still out there doing it. I mean, I think some.
So, think Dick Smothers. He's probably like 99 now or something like that.
Like if
I
there's
don't think he could still.
one thing you could still do at 99, I think fucking yo-yos are probably the thing.
In his bed in hospice, they're like, "How are you doing that?" He's like, "Muscle memory, man. Muscle memory."
Oh, that's terrible. Now, I will say though, I am one of the people that thought the remake when they redid Resident Evil: The Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
See, watched that and I didn't. I haven't watched that yet.
I bought that movie because it legitimately was very close to like the first video game. Like it was like it was very similar. Like the police station, the mansion, like everybody was closer to like it was more of like what it was supposed to be instead of some fucking crazy.
Yeah. And I remember when I
Superpower.
watched the teaser trailer that came out, like even just the environment that he was in, the main character, I don't even know what his name is, but like it was seems like it's focused on this one guy.
Yes.
And it's almost like he's on a solo mission like you are in Resident Evil, like you're on your own, and the feel of the environment felt like the video games. And like I said, that I just found it hilarious that he was running with a med pack in his arms, and I was like, oh my god, that this is gonna feel like you're watching a movie, a cutscene, like just an extended cutscene from the video game,
100%.
which I'm all for it.
Speaking
all
of which, we did a escape room last night. The two of us.
We did. That was very fun.
Our friend Jana. It was our friend Jana's birthday. Happy birthday, Jana.
Happy birthday, Jana Banana.
I think
or the other one that we call her.
Yeah. I think she I'm trying to remember because Aaron tells me stuff, but I don't listen like I retain it.
It's listen, I'm used to it.
So
because
she's going
you say
to
that about Aaron, but it's true about me too.
Yeah.
And just about anybody who talks to you.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stay.
That's true.
Like you said, you got a big head, it just doesn't absorb anything.
No, it's too busy trying not to fall over.
Yeah.
But she's going, I think, Universal or somewhere like that with her friend. Cause that she has that friend that she, I don't remember, you know, I think
Yeah,
she goes
yeah.
like to
Yep.
Universal every for Halloween or something or
Yep.
Christmas.
Yep.
But yeah, she had to do that. But then we went to the escape room last night and we did the cabin in the woods.
That was really fun. And we it was so it's locked. What
It's called Locked. A
it's just called
Syracuse.
locked.
Yeah, it's called Locked Syracuse Escape Room.
Yeah. Oh,
Highly
Jesus.
recommend them. Highly recommend them.
And they have a location in Rochester too.
Yep.
So they have escape rooms in Rochester and escape room just two of them right now in Syracuse. Um, and we went to that same location
Yep.
a few years back, and we did the other one,
Yep.
which was the jailbreak.
The jailbreak. Yep, that
Yeah.
was the one we did.
But Cabin in the Woods was the one we did last night. That was very fun. I thought it was really well done.
Aaron said story of her life when referring to me.
Oh, so that means that people are able to watch us right now
Yes,
and comment.
yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Aaron.
That we did that. We did that was fun. You and
It
I
was.
do a lot of escape rooms.
Yes, we have done a bunch of them, and I mean, it was fun last night, but it was kind of like the more people that get involved with an escape
Yeah.
room, the harder it becomes to be like
Yeah.
heard
Yes.
and get your because Heather did it with the girls.
Yep.
And I was like afterwards I said she did the jailbreak one and I said, "So how was it?" And she was like, "It was good, but it was like it was confusing because there was seven of them. We did girls against guys. So we went out for like Jana's birthday party and there was like seven girls, there was five guys. And then when we did
not the burger place.
Yeah, not the no, yeah.
They weren't there. Those guys weren't there.
Not the five guys.
Sorry. I just
five different guys.
I didn't want that. I didn't want people to think we had famous people.
No, they're not.
I didn't want to think we were name dropping.
They're not a sponsor.
They're not.
Could be.
You could be.
Anyway, so the five of us went into they said let's split up to do guys versus girls and whatever. So there was five of the guys in the cabin in the woods and then seven of the girls in the jailbreak one. And Heather was just like, there was just so many people there, and like we were all like saying stuff at the same time. Yeah. So like she goes, I think we could have done it quicker if there was fewer people because
absolutely.
And that's what I found too is like even when I do it with like two other people, so there's like only three of us. That's like optimum for an escape room.
Yeah, three. Yeah, anything over four really, and you get.
Yeah, because then you'll like get cross paths and like start working on different things at different times, and then
we started having some of that. But then like what I think happened was eventually like for me, I just was like I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do my own.
Well, I think it didn't start until like we had gotten most of the answers. We were on like almost the very last step.
Yeah.
And everyone was like going in different directions, saying, "Well, what about this? What about this? What about that?" And then you were just like, "All right, let's just put this all out here and like get it all. Let's everybody get on the same page."
Yeah, like give me this goddamn thing.
You finally got it
because we were all crammed in this little tiny room trying to figure out a goddamn picture
with no lights.
Yeah,
that was the last step. They had to use the black light, so it was like all dark in there.
Yeah,
but the best ones that we've done.
I know which ones you're gonna bring up because I said it yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out. I know he doesn't use his Facebook much, but my friend Jason Pirano, he lives in Florida. He used to live up here in Syracuse.
Yep.
In Central Square, we went to high school. We've been friends. We used to play Dungeons and Dragons together. He did one year in Brewerton. He did 3 horror themed escape rooms, which I had never seen before.
Those were phenomenal.
And we did all 3.
We did.
Failed at every single one. They were so much fun.
Yeah, they were really hard. They were really hard.
They were super. I was glad they were hard. Like, you know, one that's super easy. Like one thing, I think like 5 wits. I think 5 wits is too easy.
It is too easy, and that's the one thing I don't like about that one because it's too easy. And that's what I enjoyed about last night was it was just difficult enough so that like when you did get something, you had this feeling of like, oh, I finally got it, you know, and then and you put the pieces together, and
Yep.
you're like, oh, this is what we use for this one,
Yeah.
and yeah,
We had at the beginning we had trouble, and then he told the guy on the radio he goes, look at the fishing pole. And when you look up at the fishing pole, that was the first time anybody noticed that
yeah,
the brackets holding up the fishing pole
were numbers.
numbers.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I
as
didn't
soon
even
as you
realize
saw
that.
it, you were like, damn. You were like, oh. How did I
You're like so obvious. It was
how did
so obvious.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's insane. But yeah, no, we did that one.
My problem is that I try to look too deep into
Yeah.
things. So
Sometimes, yeah.
I'm like, look, we had this sheet of paper that had like the numbers and the names of the mountains and
Yep.
then what their elevation was, and I was like, okay, so somehow this goes to the
Yep.
Scrabble board, and because it was next to the Scrabble board, so I thought that, and I was like, oh, so we have to calculate the numbers with the triple word score times
Yep.
like, and does that equal that? It was nothing. They had
Yep.
nothing to do with each other.
No.
Completely different clues,
Yep.
and obvious.
That being said, we did win.
We did.
We won by probably I think like a minute and a half,
Yeah, yeah.
which in
But
escape room is a long time.
it's a lifetime. Um, the horror movie ones, the horror one, those were so fun because like one of them was based on like it, or, like there was
Yep.
clowns.
Yep. One was Egypt.
That was
Like
really fun. Yeah.
one was like a pharaoh. I want to
Something.
say
No, it was like a satanic cult.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
You're right.
it was
You're
like
right.
a satanic
Yep.
cult. There was the clown one,
Yeah.
and then there was the one with the dolls. It's like,
Shout out, Rob Parker. Let's watch him.
nice, thanks, Rob. Thanks for tuning in.
Woo. I just pointed over here. So
You got a camera right there.
used to the camera setup because I literally just pointed where there was absolutely no camera. So I'm just gonna.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Yeah.
All right.
But the and the third one was one with like dolls and
Yeah,
like
that was
a
creepy.
kidnapper or something.
That
Didn't
was
he
creepy.
like? Yeah, that was
that
really
was the creepy. That was creepy.
yeah. But
We did a lot of.
the good part too was, and we got it. The funniest part, I think, there was two funny parts. One was when we were in the clown one, and this is why they tell people you don't have to unscrew anything.
Yep.
You don't have to break anything. You don't have there's it's not that we're not going to make you do that much because we were in the clown one and I was like, what's this screw is loose. So I unscrewed it and then like I start unscrewing other things and I took off part of the wall. It's not supposed to at all. Just sitting there behind the wall. He's like crouched and he looks up here like, you're not supposed to do that. He slowly hands me the boat like you gotta get a little paper boat. He's like, well, this was supposed to happen later on. I'm scared to see it now, and he hands me the little paper boat.
That was great. That was great. I can't believe there's not more like that. Like
Yeah.
those are that was fun.
The other funny part was when we were in the doll one where we were in like a cabin or something like that.
Yeah.
There was a part where there was a clue that was
Oh
underneath.
my God, you had to crawl.
It was underneath like a bench, and somebody had to crawl in, and they crawled in really slow looking for the clue, but then I guess
Jason.
somebody reached out
Yeah.
and like
He reached
put
out.
his hand in
Yep.
front of her,
Yep.
and she
I've never. She. It was Lauren because she shot out of there like
backwards,
backward.
backwards
I've never seen somebody move that fast backwards.
faster than I can run forward.
Yeah, she was like legs were going
Like cartoon,
and she backed up.
Oh my God, that was funny.
There.
That was funny.
That was we had
That was a good
fun
one.
with that. We did. We've had a good we
Oh.
those are fun, but you're right. They are better when you're only doing like 3 people, 4 people.
Yeah,
When you get
that
over,
was
like,
just the four of us.
Yeah, when you get over 4, like I said, then it starts to get crowded. 5
Yeah.
people's too much.
Yeah.
5 people putting on security guard outfits and just
That was I had the feeling that there was some that weren't into it as much.
Yep.
as we were
Yeah.
trying to solve it because they more just wanted to wear the security jacket that we found.
Yeah.
But
How about that snuff film that we couldn't get to shut off?
I know, yeah.
So
So we had
there was a film part of one of the clues was a DVD, and it was a murder. So it was a fake. It was clearly fake.
yeah, well, cabin in the woods. So apparently there's like all these missing
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
and somebody who's been a serial killer and
Yeah. So
people
anyway, we
gone
found the
missing.
DVD, and it was one of the murders. It was just like the person in the back of his truck with like all they were dead. Um,
Yeah, and
and
the
like
clue that you were after was
was the license
the
plate.
license plate said something. Yeah, yeah.
But like it took us a couple times. Then like we realized what the clue was, and we got the license plate number, and we're started doing other stuff. Nobody shut the DVD up,
It was just
so
on
it was
loop.
just this 45-second loop of this dude just being like, "You're the first of me,"
Yeah, he's like
and then you're just like,
grabbing the girl's hair and he's covered in blood. And
Yep.
he's like, "You're the yeah."
Finally, I think it was Frank. Just like, "We'll smash that DVD."
We let it play for like 20 minutes.
What? Kept going.
In the background, and we're concentrating on other things.
Oh,
I immediately grabbed the remote, and Frank was like,
Yeah.
"Can somebody keep that up?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll
That was
sit that up."
great.
That was really
It
funny.
was so great because once he said it, then it just like everybody realized that it was still on. I didn't think it was gonna keep looping.
Oh, I know. I thought it would like play for a little while, and then, but I think it just reset back to,
Yeah,
or I don't know, maybe
really
they
glad
looped it and had it play for like an hour.
I'm really glad we didn't have like super young people on our team.
Yeah, yeah.
We wouldn't have even known how to do the DVD playing. They'd be like, "What is this?"
The waiver was a bit much. You had to, yeah. Before you went into the escape room, we had to sign the waiver thing.
I know. I was
Like a release. Something. So I was like, are we live weapons here?
I know they had a gun in there.
Remember, because we did that one before,
Yep.
and I didn't remember that until Heather brought it up to me at the end. She was like, "Yeah, and we found this gun, and then we noticed that there was a on the lock on the door there was like a laser guide thing, and we had to point the gun." And I was like, "But yeah, it." I was like, unless for the horror movie one or the horror one, I
Yeah.
keep saying horror movie one, but for the horror themed escape room, I could understand you having to sign a waiver there because that was interactive. They had actors who were in there and would purposely scare you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But this wasn't anything like that. This was you were in the room and you just did your thing, and there was nothing dangerous about it at all. But they still had you sign a
I
waiver.
also really liked the one we did at at the mall, the Museum of Intrigue.
Yeah,
That one was weird.
that was an interesting one because it wasn't an escape room.
It was like an interact, almost like Clue. It reminded me of like you were playing like a live version of Clue.
Yeah, like it sent you to different locations.
Yeah,
And
in the building.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you had to do different things, like you different rooms.
Yeah.
Like you would go to a library, or you would do a kitchen, or you would.
Remind me of Clue.
Yeah, yeah, and that was actually pretty cool because you weren't actually locked in a room or anywhere, but you just had to. You were given a mission, and you had to you had to complete the mission or whatever it was.
Do you remember?
But that was pretty cool. I like.
Remember when we did it in? You went to the one in Rome, right? That crazy one where there was like 200 people working there.
No,
And
I
that,
didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't go to that one. I remember you guys talking about that one, but I didn't go there.
oh my god, dude, that one was insane. There was literally there had to be 75 people that worked there, like, and it was in a warehouse,
Yeah,
and it was just like
yeah.
this like a silo, and it was just all like loud music and strobe lights, and it was nuts.
See, I've always wanted to go to the one. What's the one that's in Pennsylvania? There's
The one where people could touch you.
yeah, and there's it's like a penitentiary.
Yeah.
It's in an old prison.
That's not the one where the guy makes you sign the waiver, and if you can get through it, they pay you.
No, no,
That fucking guy.
that's actually in New York City, and they do
Dick.
like
They'll
really
they'll
disturbing
drive you.
things.
They'll
Yeah,
stick
super disturbing
cucumbers
things.
in your ass. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's
I've never had to sign a waiver that said you might get a cucumber in your butt.
yeah, no, but there's people that like they get tied up and blindfolded and like tied to a chair.
That's the one. That's McKinley Manor.
Oh yeah,
where the guy's like, "All right, sign this waiver. Okay, you sign the waiver. Okay, Bob, shit on her."
Wait, is that?
We're starting out wild, Bob. Covering to town. Holy crap! You didn't even let me get scared yet. You're already. It's
The first room.
two girl, one cup fruit, apparently. We're stuck now with a banger, Bob. I apologize. Get on it. I apologize to anyone named Bob who shits on people for a living. I'm sure you're just trying to make an honest dollar.
That's not the penitentiary one though. That's he's talking about the one that's in New York City, I think, or the McKinley Manor. If that's the penitentiary one,
That's in like Illinois, I think. The one,
Oh,
that's the one where you have to sign a waiver and you have to make it 24 hours. And he says if you make it, you win. They'll pay like 100 grand, but they always find a way to like by the end
Yeah,
they're literally
yeah.
strangling.
Yeah,
HB Escape Ward at KO Industrial Horror Round.
That's the one.
that might that is that in Pennsylvania?
That's what Jay McConnell said.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah. That you do have to
Yeah,
sign.
Industrial horror. Yep, that's the one, Jay.
You do have to sign a waiver for that one, and I think they're allowed to like come in contact. There's people that work there and they can come in contact with you, but they don't do that. They don't
Yeah.
abuse you.
You
You know, it's not like you're afraid you're gonna get pissed on or something. Like, but that's whatever. What do you mean? If you're talking about there is the one that you're talking about, there is one in New York City that does do that. They do go that far. It's like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's where Bob works.
It's like, yeah, that's just crazy. I'm not down for that, but I am down for the penitentiary one because I want to get something that honestly like freaks me out or scares me or gives me a jump scare because
chlamydia.
you've been yeah.
That would freak me out.
That's not more of a jump scare though.
It would be.
That's more of a hump scare.
That's a good one. Bad joke one.
Yeah. But because we've been to horror like um not just escape rooms, but we've been to what am I trying to think of here?
I don't really know.
For on Halloween, we've been to like haunted
Haunted
house type
houses, yeah.
things.
Yeah.
We've gone to a bunch of those,
Yep.
and you can attest. I don't get scared at
No,
them,
really.
like ever.
Every now and then we'll get one that'll make you, like, not a scare, but like a jump. Like where I'm like, what the? Like it startles me. Like, what?
That's what it was. The one. So we went to the one that was right over here on James Street in Syracuse. It was. It used to be at the.
It used to be Frightmare Farm, or not?
No.
It used to be Fright Nights.
Fright Nights at the fair.
Fright Nights at the fair.
So they changed it. So it's still called Fright Nights, but it's now in a big warehouse and
Yep.
everything like. And there's like 5 different haunted houses
Yep.
in that one warehouse. And we went through and we did like all 5 one year.
Yeah.
There was one time that I got scared, and that was because I was the last person in line, and somebody jumped out from behind a corner, and I was just like, it was like a jump. I didn't. I wasn't afraid for my life.
Yeah.
It just took me off guard. Yeah. So startled is different from scared.
Yep.
So like I wasn't like fearing at like some of the people that were with us were like shaking and like
I used to love when we would go do the um when where John worked at Frightmare Farms.
yes,
When we would
yeah.
go do like in the middle of summer or in like the late summer, they would do the blackout.
Yeah.
The night where you just it wasn't the actual thing.
Yeah.
But like it was just completely you went to like the one warehouse and it was just completely dark. Like there were no lights. Like you had the person in front who had the fucking glow stick.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it always was me.
Yeah.
You guys
You always volunteer.
Who wants a glow stick? I'm like, give me the glow stick. First, yeah.
The one up in Niagara Falls that we went to, we were like, I'm a first.
Yep. Or then I just walk with the glow stick. I know they're not going to scare me.
Yeah.
I'm like, doop a doop doop, and I'm like, so I get to have Aaron's glad to me.
I like it's the opposite of like I'll take up the rear just in case in case somebody comes running up on us afterwards like that. I don't ever want to be in the middle.
It was so great because I would just walk and I would be far enough ahead of everybody where I'd come around the corner and I'd see the people. Like you'd see the guy who wants to scare you, and I'd be like, wait 10 seconds. And then and then the group of girls or everybody would get in the middle, and then they'd be like,
Yep.
Yeah,
and that happened at Frightmare Farms on a number of occasions. I remember when I went another time where I was actually in the lead, and I I would walk by someone and I would catch them out of the corner of my eye. They were like hiding there.
Yep.
And I would just kind of nod to them a little bit, and they would
Yeah.
wait until the next people came
Yeah. Oh.
that were in the middle to scare them. But I say the one time that we went to a blackout one, I think it was the one up in Phoenix, and we were waiting in line,
Oh my God.
and there was a guy who was running around in a clown mask with a fake chainsaw.
We're just gonna say we're gonna say touched.
Yeah, not in a good way.
I'm gonna say touched.
Yeah. But he was running around like with the chain, and of course there were teenage girls there that were screaming, and he was
Yeah.
chasing after them. That's what his job is. You know, that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But then he comes over, he's standing in line with us. What? He took his mask off.
Not because he was
What?
exhausted.
Yeah,
It's like honest
mask off, and it's like he came out of the shower. He was
like
soaking
It
wet.
was like nice,
Soaking wet.
and he's looking at us and he goes, "Don't tell anybody my name." And I go, "I don't know your name." And he goes, "It's Corey." And I go,
Wasn't it Kyle?
"Kyle." He goes, "It's Kyle." And I go, "Well, now I know your name. I feel like I have to tell everybody your name."
We have to tell everybody now. Really, that's the rest of them. Don't worry, it's just Kyle.
Kyle. Don't worry about it, everybody. Kyle's got it.
Yeah, he does this now, but he'll be back at Dunkin' Donuts in the morning.
I've had a theory. So Jake's ever heard my theory. So I'm just gonna run a theory by him for a haunted house. Tell me this would not be amazing. So you have a haunted house, right? It's however you design it however you want, black out however you want.
Yeah.
Once per season, you just stab one person. Random. Just one person out of the thousands of people that come through. I'm not saying you kill them. Just like maybe like a 5 stitch to the leg.
Or like a fork. You like
a fork.
a fork in the arm.
Yeah. It's like I feel like if you knew going in that somebody was gonna get stabbed and it might be you, I feel like it would make the experience way more real.
Enhance it so
Do I have
much.
to sign a waiver?
Yes.
Yes.
Now that's
That's a
reason.
waiver. You need
That's a reason for a waiver if I ever
a
heard.
waiver to take this shot.
Yep. We'll pay for your shot afterwards. It's the added bonus. It's like you have to, but we'll pay for your shot.
We'll pay for
Because the fork is going to be rusty.
Yes.
We're damn sure that it's rusty.
Right before you go in, you get your tetanus shot. There's a doctor. He's like, "Come on in." So then you're going through.
Or go to like a haunted hayride. Go on one of those haunted hayrides and have them say like, okay, one of these nights we are going to have some rabid foxes. So just be aware if you're here on this night. Well, we'll pay for your rabies shot and any treatment, but sign a waiver. There's going to be rabid foxes.
Every weekend it's something different.
Yeah.
The first weekend somebody gets stabbed in the foot.
Yeah.
Then it's rough. Third weekend, this week we have one escaped prisoner from Janesville Penitentiary. He was in there for violent-ish assault. So everybody's gonna say
like he's in there for tax evasion. Oh, he's that much fun.
so.
But
So what he's gonna
he thinks you're with the IRS. So he might get a little touchy.
So this week,
he might kick you in the balls.
Today is Rochambeau weekend. One random person gets kicked in the ball. Oh my God, we got something going. Oh my God, that's gonna be great. Start working.
Every weekend it's a different way for a different reason.
We got different reasons.
Oh man, that would be fantastic.
Amazing.
Year-long haunted house.
And then just like
we could do that.
week 4, Hazer.
Why now? Jake just came up with $1 million idea.
A
A
year-long?
year-long haunted house.
One in Niagara Falls is. That wasn't a haunted house, but I mean that. Well, I mean, I guess
It was kind of.
No,
But so is but I think isn't the penitentiary one too? Maybe
Yes,
it's not.
I
I don't
think it
know.
is. I think it
There
is.
are some that are permanent, but like I think those would do really well outside of Halloween because there's
Um,
so many people that do like haunted houses. You could do
Niagara
that.
Falls has one, but I think it's touristy places because
Yeah.
I feel like Niagara Falls has one. I want to say Vegas has one.
Well, yeah, but the
Like,
one that we went to in Niagara Falls, the whole house is permanently set up like that. You
and
know,
it was
because it's like
crazy
you
'cause
said, it's
there was
automated and it's
there
all
were four
blackout.
stories,
Yeah,
and it was ran by two people.
yeah.
But the 95% of it was automated.
I think we talked about it on here
Yeah,
before, but
that was
that
insane.
that was a really
That was
good
a
one.
really good one. That was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, week 4 you could just tase somebody. That'd be nuts.
Yes.
Somebody just
Okay, so we got stabbed with a fork,
stab with a fork,
uh,
rusty fork,
risk of rabies,
rabies,
kicked in the balls,
kicking the balls,
and tasered.
rounded off with tasers.
Rounded off the taser. Yeah.
Man, I think that's a fucking fun
I
full.
think we're on to something.
October.
I think we're on to something.
Yeah,
We're definitely going to get sued, though.
definitely getting sued, but you know what? You know what? No, it's fine.
Oh yeah, for sure we're getting.
I just want everybody to realize this there's nobody's immune. If you sign the waiver, I don't care if you're 5,
You're agreeing to it.
sign it in crayon. I don't give a shit.
You're agreeing
If
to
your
it.
name, you can draw a smiley face. If it's on the paper, you're eligible. Then I will stab a child with a rusty fork
Nope.
if it gets us more. If it gets us a couple more dollars in our pocket.
Yep.
Little Josiah's getting one right to the arm.
Yeah,
Go.
it's a Type 5 week program.
It's a yep. Yeah, we got a good business model.
I think you're yeah, and I think we could do it like every 4 weeks, so we could do it year round.
I'm starting to see like a thing. So then what we do is we have the haunted house, and then what we'll do is next to that the bakery and fish wharf. Right where we're
Yeah,
gonna
with the sushi donuts,
this is our sushi
donuts and our ranch milkshakes.
That'll be great.
Yep. And I think what would be like the theme for each one should be different.
Yeah.
So like obviously we'll do a
Several.
haunted hayride or a hayride type thing or an outdoorsy
Yeah.
nature trail for the rabid one, the
Yep.
rabies one.
Yep.
But like what would be great is if you do like a dinner party.
Like, sorry everybody.
So if you get
Technical king.
love that band. For the one where you get stabbed with a fork.
Yep.
It's going to be a dinner party. So
Sponsored.
like everyone comes in, and you actually, what would be great is we actually make the dinner and we serve them the dinner and everything like that. But then at some point, one of the waiters or waitresses just and just like stab someone like randomly.
We're only gonna be able to. You're turning this into a. We're only gonna be able to have 8 people come through a night. You know how many dinner parties we're gonna have?
I didn't say it had to be like fancy food. We'll
Oh,
make like a big vat of mac and cheese and
just everybody comes through with a
yeah.
that shit.
And then the one we'll have
So okay, so now we got the fox one. That's gonna be rabies.
yep.
The kicking the ball one. That's pretty easy.
Well, we gotta hire Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
He can just sit there
Every
and as people walk by, they come over. Are you Steven Seagal? And then he takes him in the balls and he goes, "Keep moving."
Yeah.
He's gnawing on a
Yeah.
chicken,
Oh my god.
a rotisserie pig.
Yeah. So speaking of Canada, that was the reason we didn't do an episode last week because
Yeah.
I was up in the Great North.
I saw some of the pictures, and you went to a really cool museum.
So we went to this place called. So let me just. The drive up was way different than our drive up.
Yeah.
We didn't stop for money because we found out that it's actually cheaper to just use your credit card.
Oh, okay.
And nobody in Canada takes money. Like Sarah and Frank went somewhere and they wanted to pay with a $20 Canadian bill.
Yeah.
They didn't have change. Like the people didn't have change. So everything.
Well, the escape room we went to last night.
Yeah.
when we were going up to pay,
Yeah.
they were like, "We don't
Nope.
take cash,
Yeah, we don't take cash.
card only."
Why? So you can rob us?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was it was a really fun it was a really fun trip. But
Yeah.
like everything, it's so what I a couple things I noticed about Toronto was like it's the most dog friendly city I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But there's no dog shit anywhere. Like everybody's got their dog, but like it's almost like dogs use the bathroom.
You were saying that
Like, they use,
like
like, an
every
actual-
restaurant or bar or something like that, the dogs were allowed inside.
everywhere. Every store we went into, we found a dog to pet. Every single store. Can't do that. That's why dogs are never be children. No offense, Jake. I know you're a child,
None taken.
but not like an actual. He's not an actual child.
Anymore.
Well, I mean, he isn't somebody's child. He
Well, we
is a
are.
well, true. But I don't. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You can't. Maybe no offense. The kids, like you can't walk up if you see a cute baby in a store and rub its belly.
I mean, you could, but you're probably gonna get
Once.
tasered.
You can do it
You're
once.
gonna get tased.
Yeah.
Once.
Do it once. You'll never do it again.
Never do it again, but you get the first one.
Yet you're allowed to do that with pregnant women. You can walk. Oh, hey, when you.
I don't know if you are anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably
Probably
not.
not.
Once. So if you rub the pregnant mother's belly,
Yeah,
do you then get to rub the baby's belly later on in life, or does
I
that
don't
count?
know.
Does that count as the rub?
I think that was.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Kinda-
you get one.
Trying to establish our ground rules.
You get one.
You get one, like
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Tell
Everybody,
him, Peter.
everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one apparently. Bingo. Flies off.
Everybody gets one.
So yeah, no, Toronto was a great time. It did rain. It was
But-
nice. So like, I walked. It was nice because I went to we got there, and I was like, I wonder how far the nearest dispensary is because of course I thought that.
Yes.
And I was like, and then I looked out the door, and there was one across the street, like 50 feet away from there. I was like, cool, go over there. So no, it was fun. We did that Arcadia. It was called
Yeah,
Arcadia.
the
Earth.
museum looked really, really cool.
The way it works is it's all interactive, but
Yeah.
you have to have your phone because what it does is like it's like a augmented an ARG type of thing.
Yeah.
So you go with your phone and then you'll go to this one section and there'll be this thing on the wall and you have to hold your phone up to it and what it does is it your phone actually activates whatever it's gonna do.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like on this if you look at your phone you'll see like fish all over the place and
Oh, okay. So like while you move it around, it'll sense it in in the room or something.
And it just like once you hit that little thing on the wall, and all of a sudden it activates it, and you're just like, oh.
That's
So
awesome.
there was one room that was it was all fishing nets, and they were hanging down like like chairs, like they were just in there, so you could just jump in them and sit in them, and um we went in one room. Aaron had to go because as soon as you get in, like it it was so weird because it was it was a projection of a riverbed like on the floor. But it was so realistic the way the lighting was and the way that there was like a little fog, like just at the very ground level. As you walked, you could see your steps in the water, and it felt like it really felt like you were walking in water.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking my feet were getting wet. And it started to make me like.
So we're like really disconcerted.
Yeah. So then like it did that, but then all of a sudden like as it switched, because it went from that to like a grassy plain, it went like that, and then all of a sudden it started swirling. The whole like the room, the floor just going. It started swirling, and then it went from like the rock color to like grass, and then it stopped, and it was like grass, and it was like a different
Almost like
scene.
you were like teleporting to a
Yeah,
different
almost
place
like it was
or
showing
something
you a
like that.
different.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So like
I'm picturing like the Harry Potter when they like evaporate and then like reappear.
Yeah, and Aaron's like, nope, I gotta get out of here. So she was like, I gotta get out of here. So, but she can't do. She doesn't do. She got her vertigo kicks in.
Yeah. Do you remember? Okay, so way back in the day, I don't even know if they have these anymore, but Darien Lake had this thing that was called like the Cinema 180 it was called. And it wasn't a ride, but it was just a dome. It was like this there was this big dome that you go in, and there's just railings that are like all parallel to each other, and you don't sit down.
Yeah.
You just stand there and you hold onto the railing. So you're not strapped in or anything. There's no seats.
Yep.
But you go in and you grab the railing, and then the entire first half, front half of the dome is movie screen.
Yes.
And they would put you on like a roller coaster. It would start off like on a roller coaster or something like that. And it was like first person perspective.
Yep.
And you'd go like down the hill and around the corner and around a loop and everything like that. But then like you would go up a hill, and then when you got to the top, it would transition and all of a sudden you're hang gliding or something. And then you like from the perspective of a hang glider, and you see the things off to the side. But as they turn, you feel everything that they're feeling. So it's so weird because if you focus on it, and it takes up all your field of vision, and I remember people got would get sick.
Well, that's how
like motion sickness.
That's how that circle thing that I went. Aaron couldn't do it.
Yeah, that was so cool though.
15.
Wow, we've only been talking for 15 minutes. Because like I went in that.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because as you walk in, the only way you can get through it is you have to like literally focus on the door.
So you took a little video, and I saw you.
I'm walking, it's going.
You're tilting.
Yeah.
You're taking the video, and I see you walking, and you start off straight, but then you're like
Another
over to the side.
another thing that Jason just brought up. Thanks for bringing that up, Jay. He was there was one of them that it was like a bee exhibit. So it was showing like it was like so it had different bee like they were like those like aroma scent things.
Yeah.
And it was like one was like manure. Like it was under a container. You picked it up and it wasn't like strong, but it was like
Yeah.
But like there was like a bee smell. I don't know which of the smells it was, but Jay couldn't.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he couldn't. He couldn't. It was. I mean,
You
it was
trigger the gag reflex.
it triggered. Yeah. Well, I think it started giving him like a headache.
Oh, okay.
Like it was something in one of the bee. It might have been. It was either the.
Well, that's
honey or
something
the
different
blue.
too. Yeah, like the aromas can do that,
Yeah.
but like people on the Cinnamon 180 that I was talking, people would get motion sickness even though they're just standing there. They
That's probably why it's not open anymore. People just flipping over the railing.
just people throwing up on people in front of them, projectile vomiting.
You're just like you lean back and forward.
You're like, hey, I can sign a waiver for this.
Is that from the 5-week program?
Yeah, that's part of the 5-week program. Yeah, somebody's gonna throw up on you. I think we just added a week. Somebody's gonna throw up on you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than getting shit on.
Timing it is.
Resting.
Yeah. Bob's not in that. Bob's taking the time off. Bob's just about to
We're hiring Jay for that.
Yeah, Jay's we're gonna put
some manure.
put some beef skulls in your room and Jay's gonna throw up on people. It's gonna be great. We'll have to sign a waiver.
Add that to the dinner party. Somebody gets stabbed with a fork, and then Jay throws up on the person next to him.
Well, that's what it is because everything is stabbed at Jay's like, oh my God, blah. We're gonna have to pay him good for that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very special. I feel like we're getting into snuff. We're getting into snuff films now.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Girl one cup thing. Two guys, one bowl. A guy stab you, you throw up in a bowl. Oh, that's terrible. Man. That's so gross. What are you drinking this week?
That was
That's right.
Well, this is the Ellicottville, which actually does my favorite blueberry beer, the Ellicottville Blueberry. But this one's called Oops All Berries.
Oh,
so
like Captain Crunch.
Yeah, a little nod, tip of the hat to Captain Crunch.
Admiral Crunch.
But this is pretty good. It's a sour ale. An Ellicottville Brewing Company. Oops All Berries. I've never had this before, but it's not bad. I'm not a huge fan of sours, but yeah, Jake loves sours. Yeah,
I've had that one before. It's really good.
Yeah, it is really good, and
That's a very
and it does have. It looks like it does have blueberries included, at least pictured.
Oh well.
I don't know if
and blackberries, raspberries.
And the snozberries
And
taste like
snozberries.
snozberry.
Oh my god. It'd be amazing if when you opened it up, all it was a can full of like fruit that they soaked in beer.
And no strawberries are pictured here, so this is good for the Amish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know. I worry about them. They're not getting their daily strawberry intake.
What are you drinking this week? Last week we had like a Taco Bell Pepsi.
No, this is a zero sugar monster. Not a sponsor, but
But
it
could be.
Yeah, no, I just drink. I need
You
something.
always bring some kind of different monster or
Yeah.
something like that. You had a boba tea one time.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was garbage.
yeah.
That was absolute garbage.
I wondered.
I love boba.
I exchanged my friendship with you when you brought that up.
Boba, but I don't like the one we bought. It was like one that you got at the store, and it was like a 4-pack, so it was on sale. So I wanted to try it. It was like one of the things you get at like Trader Joe's or
Just because it's on sale doesn't mean you should have to buy it, man.
Mish Farm, whatever. We went up to Ontario Orchard. We had to get a new bush for our house. I know that's not a very compelling story, but sorry,
Well,
guys. Sorry. When you get to the last 10 minutes of the show, you're starting to get shit.
Well, you know what they say though, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So if you're getting the bush, you might have two birds.
Or you might have
and then you can put one in your hand.
Or you might be on a registry.
And that's worth even more than the bush.
Don't stick two hands in a bush without permission.
The birds, you have to sign a waiver for that. Sign a waiver before you
get on a list.
Stick it in a blind bush.
Yeah, don't stick your head in a bush. Kids, don't stick your hand in a blind bush.
No, don't blindly stick your hands in a bush. That's a bad idea.
Yep. Especially Barbara.
Gross.
Stopping. Really is. It's really bad.
You come up with some of the worst and some of the best at the same time.
I haven't said, but there's for some reason they
Barbara.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So we're gonna go back to Toronto. We are gonna go back to Toronto right after your wedding.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to go for our anniversary, which for some reason in our circle, August is like a huge month for things.
It really is. Because like Aaron's birthday's in August, right?
Aaron's birthday is the day your wedding.
Yeah, and so Heather's is the week before.
I know. And
Heather's is the 3rd.
Yep.
And then Aaron's is the 8th, and we're gonna get married on the 8th.
Yeah, and then our anniversary is the 21st.
Yeah.
The day we met was the 15th.
So our anniversary is also gonna be on the 8th.
Yeah.
So like
that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's, I think there's a few others that have birthdays right around then too, right?
Yeah. Jason, is it Jason?
Maybe Jason.
No. I'm trying to think. I know somebody's like on the
I'm
first.
horrible at birthdays and remembering dates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have 4 siblings, 3 sisters and 1 brother, and they are all in September.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what dates.
Well, I mean,
they're all in September.
You got like a 33% chance.
Well, what I do is on September 1st, I just buy 4 cards. Yep. Say, happy September birthday.
I mean, if you are watching now, you know. And he is sorry.
I'm not.
Ahead of time.
I'm not.
He's not.
I don't want to. They know that I love them, but I don't have the brain space. It just doesn't click and stick in there like when people talk to you. It goes right out. Yeah. It just doesn't. It doesn't stay there.
No, not
generally. A month.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I get credit for that?
That's fair.
My mom's is in November.
Mm-hmm.
My mother's is funny though because it's towards the end of November.
Yep.
So sometimes it falls on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's great.
But sometimes it doesn't because it's the same week. So I know it's late November. At least I know that. I know my dad's was January 18th, and that's always stuck with because my birthday's in January too. But I'm the only one of the kids in January, and all 4 of the others are September.
Both of your kids are on the 1st too, aren't they?
Yeah.
First of the month babies.
Yep. And you know what's even funnier is that when I got married to their mother, she already had a child, and his birthday was on the 1st as well, March
And
1st.
then something even crazier than that. We adopted Matt, and Matt's birthday is on the first.
Yeah.
December 1st.
Their adopted brother is also on the 1st.
Why is everybody's birthday like the same day that Rex do?
I mean,
How does that like?
it makes it easy.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Makes it easy.
You guys are all.
So easy to remember.
You guys are all like.
But the funny thing is, I still get confused about what age they are because I remember that Jake is September 1st, Meg is October 1st, but then I'm like, what year again? And so how old are you? That yeah.
There's a. What's Jake this year? 19 or 18? I don't remember.
I've looked up my
33.
I've looked at my age like 3 times in the last year.
Yeah. Do you ever forget your own age?
Not I used to, but now I this year was different because I turned 50. So this was
Well,
like-
that's an easy year to remember that.
Now I will
So like
remember
now
before.
no,
Yeah.
I can attest because okay, and I'm thinking about it now, but 2 years ago, because I'm 52 now, I remember like, oh, the year I turned 50, I'm going to remember that all year long. But now, even 2 years later, I'm like, how old am I again? Am I 51 still or 52? What is?
Carry the 3.
What's my age again? What's my age again? What's my age again? What's my age again?
17.
That's it. That's a song that hasn't stood the test of time
Not at all.
at all. The lyrics,
Yeah.
because that's like, what the hell is call ID?
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
And everybody's fine now.
everybody knows now. That's like it's not even a thing anymore. Like if you get a call where you don't know who's calling you, that's a shock.
That you should know.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's spam because nobody calls me.
Right.
Like.
Right.
I tell people all the time, like, if you don't call me, and if you do call me, don't leave a message because I can promise you, if I didn't answer the phone, I'm not listening to the voice.
Yeah.
You'll just fill my voicemail up, and then you won't be able to leave me a voicemail.
Your voicemail is full because I think you got your voicemail one time and it said your mailbox is full. You can't leave a message.
My mailbox. Just so that nobody can
Call you.
leave me a
I'll
voicemail.
leave you there. I'm just trying to fill up the mailbox.
Yep, just me again.
Yep.
Hi.
Hey, it's you. Call me back.
Yep. It's me from the future.
That was one of the best cold opens of The Office. I don't know if you said you ever watched The Office. But
I sometimes I actually watch the British one more than I watch the American one.
but you're familiar with the whole like Jim Dwight
Yep.
playing pranks and
Yes.
everything like that. One of the best ones that I thought was Jim said he had been faxing Dwight from the future, but saying,
Oh my God, yes.
saying he was
Yes.
Dwight from
Yes.
the future,
Mhm.
and he said something about don't drink the coffee.
Yeah.
And he runs over and he slaps the coffee out of Stanley's hand. And Stanley's like, what the hell just happened? That was one of the funniest ones. That was so funny.
Oh my God. Did we get to any topics we had today?
I don't think so. I wrote some stuff down over here.
Oh my God.
We
Fire
didn't
them off. What do we got?
Didn't even get them. Oh, I want no. I was
Two one-word answers to all of them.
That's impossible.
I can.
No. No.
Give me one. Any of them.
Dreams.
Boring. See?
Fish.
Barbara Bush.
No, don't stick your hand in there. Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well,
this was very good.
We'll wrap it up. But next week, maybe we can talk about some dreams.
Maybe we'll actually stay on topic.
What actually got me about that was that I had gone to the dentist and I was like really high on like the Novocaine and whatever.
Yes.
I don't know if it was still in my system when I went to sleep, but I had some really weird dreams that night.
Yeah.
And it was just that started me on. I figured we could probably go off on a whole topic about that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
maybe we'll talk about that next week. But
so
we never know what we're going to talk about.
Never. We'd like to shout out to Jake for running things behind the scenes this week. The Jackal. The Jackal.
Hey, thanks. Jake. Thanks, Jekyll.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your help.
Yeah. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. Like it, share it, subscribe it. Tell your friends. Keep an eye on our YouTube and our TikTok. We've been posting shorts.
Yeah, we're getting more shorts out there as I'm kind of getting a little more tech savvy with how to edit and everything like that.
You know.
So I'm so grateful and thankful for Jake because the biggest headache about all of this for me is the technology.
Yeah.
I'm, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. But that takes a big weight off me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I broke up the technical kink band actually myself.
Yeah, Jake has broken up the technical kinks for good.
Yes, he did. He
Yeah.
did. He did. Now they're all going for more.
Yeah.
And the sound
Oh my
shit
God.
because they're all solo. And
Yeah, and they play weird instruments.
one guy's playing a fucking electric ukulele.
It's something like that.
That's weird.
Yeah. One of them's partnered up with Ace Frehley. I don't even know why.
The other guy's playing Steven Seagal's backup dancer. He's his backup guy in his band that he didn't even know Steven Seagal had.
Steven Seagal didn't even know he had a band.
Yeah. Well,
He
all
was just on a stage one day. The curtains opened. He was like, "What's it? What?"
He was sitting down.
He just started slapping
All right.
people.
All right, everybody.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
That's right. Zip it up and zip it out.